Hey there guys, DMO73 here, bringing you the list for the Blue-Black Reya Vampires list. This list is a ton of fun. I've always really enjoyed using the vampire cards, and I really like what Reya brings to the table as a ruler and some of her mystery counter stuff that we didn't really get to use with Mikage or kind of play that way, especially with some of the new spoilers that came out, like Spiderweb. I definitely think that this deck is something that is a lot of fun to play and probably really competitively, at least like tier 2 perhaps, with some testing and good sideboard slots. It's definitely something that I think could be possibly impactful, so at least maybe give it a try, and when the Advent of the Demon King comes out, maybe think about retooling it for that purpose. So Reya is our ruler, so she's a judgment for 3, energizes for black. She gets a mystery counter at the beginning of the game, and you can tap to put a mystery counter on her. We don't know what her sealed item is yet, so that's pretty interesting, but the sealed item does look like her 2 swords, if it's hard to see there. So maybe it has something to do with the swords or that kind of effect. She flips over, she becomes a 12/12 with flying, and she gets 3 mystery counters when she enters. She can tap, remove 1 mystery counter, and kill any resonator. And then her sealed item is actually, again, a different thing. So she's probably going to have 2 very unrelated effects on her front and her back. So I'm very interested to see what those look like. This deck actually produces a lot of mystery counters. I was originally concerned she wasn't going to produce very many. But having played it for a while, it actually is pretty good. So you get like maybe 10 plus sometimes. And so you can make use of them really, really well. So definitely cool there. Moving into our stone base, we play 4 stones from the Dark Castle. It is primarily blue-black, but mostly black, so we don't mind having the Darkness Stone here, and it gets us a mystery counter, which is awesome. Then we run 4 Dark Depths for some blue sources, and then 2 Remains of Ataractia. We don't really care about the burn because we run some Vitality Drains, and we do a lot of damage with our creatures, so the burning ourselves for 3 isn't terribly too big of a deal, and it's just a consistent blue-black source. Going into the Resonators, we play 4 Flute's Water Dragon. Reason for this is so that we can continue to ramp while also generating counters with Reya. So you can like tap for stone, get a stone from the Dark Castle, get a stone, and then tap Reya and get another mystery counter. So you like get 2 mystery counters per turn, or 1 mystery counter per turn at least, which really makes all of her spells really optimal. 4 of the Nightfall Bloodsucker. I absolutely love this card in this deck. It's definitely something that I think it needed over the Butler that they had in Curse of the Frozen Casket, because this guy is great because he does damage on his own, and then at instant speed you can just sack him to put 2 +1/+1 counters on anything, which is really great for turning on a Rinka or punishing your opponent when they do like a final battle. Sometimes they'll be like not really thinking about it, they'll pay just enough to barely kill Rinka or one of your other creatures, and then you can sack Nightfall Bloodsucker and have them survive by giving them some plus counters, which is really awesome. The other thing is he can be put on J/Res too, so you could even make Reya even bigger, which is awesome. For Rinka, she's the primary heavy hitter of this deck. She can get very big very fast, especially when you consider Nightfall Bloodsucker and Nameless Mists and power absorptions. So she can get up to being a 10/10, a 11/11, a 12/12 with flying and precision, which is just really, really awesome. We run 2 of the 3-drop instant speed Mikage. The reason why we run this is, 1, having some quick cast stuff is really nice, and being able to kind of trade up potentially with Rinkas is really good too. Plus, every single time one of your opponent's things dies, he also gets bigger with those +1/+1 counters. And he's a vampire, so he makes things like power absorption even better as well. And then we run 3 Abduls just to be able to mess with enter effects, which you're gonna see play, obviously. So it's a Darkness deck, needs another creature, might as well play Abduls. Now this deck is pretty spell heavy, mainly to support all of the vampires. We run 2 Nameless Mists to be able to disrupt your opponent's hand and get those +1/+1 counters on Rinka. 2 Charlotte's Water Transformation Magic. This couples really well with Rinka, letting her be able to trade up into any bigger creature, or if they swing in with something, you can make it a bear, kill it very easily with your kill spells. With Rinka, you make something a 4/4, Rinka blocks it, she then gets the +1/+1 counter, gets even stronger, and you can use this multiple times, which is excellent. 2 Sword of the New Moon, because it's a good, we almost always have at least 1 mystery counter, so this is just a 1-drop kill anything that's 4 or less, which is pretty relevant. 2 spinning Aqua Souls to be able to recycle spells, particularly Power Absorption or Blood Spray, so that we can keep up the draw engine going, but you can use it to grab kind of pretty much whenever you need. 1 Heteroclite Excalibur just to deal with those really heavy hitters if you don't have a Rinka or something that can trade up with Charlotte's Water Transformation Magic, or if we really need to RFG something. 3 Power Absorptions because it's amazing. The more vampires we have, the more it does. It hits Jade Rulers, and it gives us the bonus of getting +1/+1 counters on our vampires. 4 Blood Sprays because it's draw power and removal, because again, we almost always have at least 1 mystery counter, and then, you know, you can pay this, remove 1 mystery counter, and kill a 2-drop while drawing 2 cards. It's just a lot of value for only 2 cost. 2 Sword of the New Moon, because we can make use of it multiple times, and again, it hits Jade Rulers. The Awakening to be able to keep bringing it back to our hand and keep recasting it is excellent. 1 Endless Night just for some board wiping or to deal with something that we can't necessarily kill outright, but we still want to kill it at instant speed. 2 Castlevania to pump up all of our creatures, as well as some recursions. This is really great to be able to have like a 8/8 Rinka that comes in, or an 8/8 Abdul, or a 10/10 Mikage that flashes in, and then you can like sap and sack it if you need to grab whatever you need back. And then lastly, to help close out games, 2 Vitality Drain, because again, with the mystery counter, this is also a removal spell. So while it is expensive, with Flute's Water Dragon, we're still tapping for stones a lot, while also increasing our board state and mystery counters. So Vitality Drain is also, you know, if you land 2 of these, you've done a 4,000 point life point swing, which can be really awesome, while also killing 2 creatures, which is again, really nice. So that is the list. Again, I really enjoy playing this list. I definitely recommend you guys try it out. There's some cards from Ancient Knights that I think are really going to make this even better. Specifically, probably Spiderweb in place of Charlotte's Water Transformation Magic. I think that card's just going to be a better version of it, but we'll see how it goes, and I'll probably try to update this and show you guys once Ancient Advent comes out. But let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this is DMO73, signing off. Huge thanks to the patrons of the channel. You see their names on the screen here, some of them, and the rest are down below in the description for their support of the channel and the content. If you want to get a chance to get your name in the screen here and access to our private Discord server, please consider supporting the channel on Patreon by clicking that little P on the screen. Thanks so much. See you next time.